he's on his way of being a rap legend. That don't make you just want to be like, nah, you know what? Let bygones be bygones, or whatever the case may be. TMZ is right. You suing him?
I think J. Cole is definitely going to be a rap legend. 100%, definitely.
Then you don't get a pass?
J. Cole. The industry is playing with your name. Now, for context, it's important to note that this conversation originates from Cameron, one of Harlem's finest, is suing Jermaine Cole.
That song I did for J. Cole, that song is almost 2 years old. I did that song in 2022 for J. Cole. That wasn't even new. And I did that verse in 5 minutes. The way that verse came about was, I happened to just be in Harlem for a little while. I was in New York, so I was floating around Harlem checking on some people. J. Cole happened to be in Tribeca. He asked me if I was in New York. I'm like, yeah, I'm in New York. I'm leaving tomorrow. He said, could you come through? So I'll be there in a few hours. Came down, knocked the verse out. Literally, you ask him, whenever you speak to him, I did that verse. I'm going to be honest with you. 6 minutes. 6, maybe 7. I'd say 7. I'm saying 7 because I threw a couple ad-libs on there. I did that verse in literally, I wrote that shit in 5 minutes, man. Real talk. Whenever you speak to J. Cole and interview him, ask him how long I did the verse. J. Cole left me. He played the beat. He said, I'm going to the bathroom, pause. Came back from the bathroom, said, I'm going to just go take a walk because we was in Tribeca. I guess he like walking. I said, you can take a walk, but I'm done. He's like, you done? I said, yeah, I'm done. I don't play the studio like I used to. I'm not one of them all night sitting in the studio ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting in there all night. Some niggas get a kick out of that. Oh, yo, we in the studio. Nigga, if you're still in the studio all night for what? It don't take me that long, because I ain't got to imagine. I ain't got to imagine. I just tell you what's really going on. I don't got to use my imagination. So I just tell you what's really going on in rap form and I'm leaving. Why I want to sit in the studio with a bunch of niggas all night? I did that already. I did that from the time I was 15, 16 years old to the time I was 30. I write them shits, get the fuck out of here and get to some more money. I'm not sitting in the studio from 8 p.m. to 5 in the morning no more. Unless we vibing. Now we watching the game, drinking, catching vibes. Cool. If I'm here to take care of some business, I'm in and out. Pause. Like a robbery. I'm in and out like a robbery, man. I ain't sitting there all day with that. What I look like sitting in the studio 17 hours. That ain't my thing. I do my thing. I think about some more money. And then I go think about being around fly females. That's what I like to do. And I get inspiration. Let's think about it. I don't even remember how the song starts. I don't remember what I said. I remember niggas had to give me 6 feet before the COVID hit. That was facts.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I did take the time to read over the entire document, and I wanted to point out a few things I felt were imperative to this discourse. Point number 1 being, he being Cam. Cam is officially listed as a co-author of the composition Ready 24 per a June 13th, 2024 copyright registration. However, the sound recording has not been registered. So what does that mean? It means ownership/credit for the recording is unresolved or unacknowledged. And so despite being a co-author, the argument that Cam is making is that because that this sound recording wasn't officially registered, I'm having difficulty receiving the rightful payments that I am owed. All right. And so now, regardless, if we feel this verse sounds like it was made in 5 minutes, and it doesn't matter how terrible the contribution is, I'm of the belief Cam should be compensated accordingly. Now, also, according to the document, Cole did try to work with Cam on doing a record. And so for those people that are saying that Cole has just been ducking Cam or ignoring his call, no, Cole did try. And it's in the document. Cole did try to work with Cam on doing a record together, as opposed to Cole simply sending over a verse that Cam had already recorded. But I just wanted to get that last bit of information out there, because I know that Cam is set to address the entire thing at 10 o'clock tonight. But I'm curious to hear what all of you think in the comments. Do you agree with Cam, or do you tend to agree with Cole? And really, I don't think it's one or two options here. I think there is a third option. I think there's the wait and see side of this, right? Because me personally, I believe that the delayed podcast appearance and the feature request appears to have just exasperated Cam's main issue of the paperwork not being filed properly. And so, because I think that Cam does rock with Cole, like he said himself, he still considers Cole to be a legend. But I think this is just a simple misunderstanding in business and things not being filed the right way. But you all let me know what you think in the comments. But that's my video for today. Caleb from Twitter, signing out. Hey, before I get out of here, I wanted to take this time to just say thank you to each and every person that takes us the time to like, subscribe, or even just simply drop a comment on this video. One person in particular, at FU5530, they state, a deal is a deal, but it wasn't stated, but if it wasn't stated that there was a timeline, Cole doesn't just hop around and do interviews. His interviews are always strategically placed around rollouts. Maybe Cam needed to wait a few months for the fall off. Now, first and foremost, thank you for taking the time to drop this comment. I really appreciate it. And also, yeah, I agree with you from this standpoint. I can understand this perspective. Cole, anyone who follows Cole's career, you understand that he really doesn't pop out like that. He may do one or two interviews here and there, but for the most part, like you said, he's very strategic around when he chooses to be visible. And so I think this is an instance where Cole wasn't rushing to do a podcast, right? I mean, it is what it is. But I appreciate your comment. That's all I got for you all today. Peace. Bro, whenever you mention J. Cole, that's good for my business. I love that.
Oh, I know. Listen. I know your face. You're one of the closer. And I don't want to say stand page because I think that's disrespectful. Because I don't think you do that.
And then we do a Caleb, right? I don't think Joe would ever, or Flip would ever look at Caleb and be like, "Yo, you a loser, you a failure," right? Because he moving with humility.
He does. I like the tone that the nigga Caleb was on, and in real life, that's the lens I see it through. Content creation is tough. It's hard.